Yo, it's Big Fed Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. And listen, we got Jay Hernandez as the assistant coach. Who is this guy? Is what I said to myself when I first seen him. And he used to work with Jacque Vaughn in Orlando. I see Jacque Vaughn is trying to bring the band back together. He's trying to bring the band back together. Boom. Hernandez is best known for his player development skills. Dun, 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 dun. Right there. We don't have to go no further, fellas. We found our guy. You may not know him for a resume. He may have not did this and that, but we're going to get to know Jay Hernandez because Hernandez is best known for his player development skills. Right. This is what we need to focus on. Everybody saying, oh my God, what is he doing? This is a good hire. I just told you why. We don't gotta deliberate. Hernandez is best known for his player development skills. What have Nets fans been complaining about? Getting draft picks and not using them, whether it be DDJ going to the Long Island Nets, Kessler Edwards going to the Sacramento Kings, Cam Thomas going nowhere but the bench. Deserved the minutes from the first season output, and in the second season, he didn't get it. But again, that was Nash's staff, coach staff. Now he's bringing in his guys. And the first guy he brings in is Hernandez. And he's known for his what? Player development skills. This is huge. This is showing that the Brooklyn Nets going forward are going to build a culture around their draft picks and build young guys and youthful guys. Now, that being said, things going to get interesting. Shout out to Brockwork. Nets fans is the best fans. Things is going to get interesting. All of the draft picks that you see, all of the draft that's about to come this season, pay attention to that. The guys that we get from that draft, we're going to see about. We're going to see, and we could take it there. Now that I know why Jay Hernandez is here, he's here as a player development coach. He's known for that. Now they're saying a lot of different things about him. Yeah, good morning, Brockwork. They're saying a lot of good things about him, but this is what we need him for. This is why we need him. All right. So he played with young guys, and when you think about that roster. That roster and that Jacque Vaughn had on Orlando, what young guys did he have? He had Tobias Harris, he had Nikola Vucevic, young guys on the team that he was working with. And you see how these players came out today. Not to say all credits them, but still, JJ Redick was on that team. Did you know that? Did you know that Jacque Vaughn coached JJ Redick? I bet you didn't know that. You know? Now you know. Listen, Brockwork, 3 more spots left. I hope they bring in an offensive play coach. Correct Amundo. Before I even read your next, he said, hold on, because stars ain't coming if they don't respect the coaches. All right, cool. Facts. Now, listen, he says there are more spots. I hope they bring the offensive play coach. Now, who do we bring in? And what team? What's the best offensive teams in the NBA? Let's do that, Brockwork. Let's see who the best teams in the NBA last team. We could think of Sacramento, but I don't think they let anybody go from their coaching staff to go from assistant coach to another assistant coach. So we got to kind of cancel them out, in my opinion. I don't know who would be interested, as far as assistant coaches, the availability, but you want to look for the more, teams with the best offense, potent offense. So, it's like, let's see. Oh, oh wow. I done stumbled on something. This is good. I'm gonna get to this in a minute though. I don't want to get sidetracked. Uh, when it comes down to the offensive ranking last season, hold on. Let me get into this. Matter of fact, let me get into this. Matter of fact, the six best basketball offensive strategies to help you win a game. So you got the motion offense, motion. Um, let's look at that. Let's look at that, and let's shout the Brock work. Shout the Brock work, and we're gonna see what was best for the Brooklyn Nets. We're gonna see what's best for the Brooklyn Nets. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. What will be best for the Brooklyn Nets? Let's see. All right, so he's a player development coach. Now we talking about offensive strategies and what kind of offense. First, let's be gonna pick what offense will be best for the Brooklyn Nets. We'll do that now, right? Shout to Jay Hernandez. He's a good addition to the team. We figured that out in the first 10 minutes. Shout to Brockwork. We in here. Net fans is the best fans. Okay. The six best basketball offensive strategies to help you win a game. Uh, hold on. Let me just read it. So y'all don't have to try to follow me on that. I'm gonna be jumping around on it. Okay. Motion offense. Motion offenses aren't about memorized plays. Instead, they rely on offensive players' instincts, game knowledge, intuition, and their ability to apply set principles to play at hand. Motion offenses are highly adaptable to different types of defense, and unlike set plays, they're flexible, meaning all players on the court might get a shot. One of the most popular examples of a motion offense is the Princeton offense. As the name suggests, it was pioneered at Princeton University. Nice, nice. And the next one is Princeton offense. The Princeton's offense aims to slow down the pace of play through control passing, dribbling, and focused teamwork. Let's slow that down. Let's bring that back. Let's decide if this is good for the Brooklyn Nets. Shout to NBA News. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get my views up, man. But we talking basketball though. But Pete, here we go. The Princeton offense, is this offense good for the Brooklyn Nets? Because Brock Work said that we need an offensive assistant coordinator and coach, and we do. I totally agree. All Nets fans feel the same way, right? About our offense. That being said, the Princeton offense aims to slow down the pace of play through controlled passing, dribbling, and focused teamwork. Now, do we want to do that? Slow it down and focus on teamwork? Is that what we doing? Control passing and dribbling, making plays, setting picks. I don't know. This may be something we want to put in the plethora of the offense. This sounds like something good. Let's continue. This is a strong offense in the sense that you'll see scoring opportunities from the low post or perimeter. It also works well for less athletic teams dealing with a super speedy opposition. That being said, the Princeton offense isn't the easiest to execute because it relies totally on the intuition of the players. For the Princeton offense to work, the players should be in a 2-2-1 formation, two in one slot position, two on the wings, and one on the low post. Okay, let me bring that back. Let me slow it down. Let me let y'all hear that again. For the Princeton offense to work, the players should be in a 2-2-1 formation. So what that mean? That mean you got the point guard and the shooting guard on both elbows of the perimeter, right? Talk to me. Then you got what? You got the small forward and the power forward in the corner by the wing, I guess. And you got the center in the paint. I mean, is that the formation? Talk to me, man. I don't know everything, man. Talk to me, man. I don't know. Am I getting it right or what? Am I getting it right or what? Hold on. Most former point guards with high IQs make great offense coaches, Brockworth says. Yes, that being said, I think the high IQ point guards do run this Princeton offense. It sounds like what they do. Okay, so they 2 on the slot position, 2 on the wings, and 1 in the low post. Okay, yeah, I kind of said that, but I could have just read that. I ain't have to do all that. To get there, all 5 players need to react to the defense and leverage screens, cuts, and passes. If everyone on the team doesn't set up, it's hard to get an open shot. Okay. See, this is an offense that you've been teammates for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons or something like that. You know, you want to be familiar with your teammates. You know, this is not an offense that you know what I mean? It's for beginners. This is not a novice offense. This is something that you got to learn, get down pat. And, you know, we got a new team. I don't know if this Princeton offense is the best offense for the Brooklyn Nets, but we continue. Right now, I like motion offense over Princeton offense, even though they're saying the similarities, but I like more with the motion offense because it explains that you could find open spaces. And I'll read it again and I'll tell you why I like motion offense over Princeton offense. And you know what I'm kind of doing is like selecting, well, not selecting, in my opinion, choosing what offense I think the Brooklyn Nets should run. They're giving us 6 options, and I kind of need you guys to do this with me. If you guys are in the chat, I need y'all to help me pick the offense that the Brooklyn Nets should pick. You know, Nets fans is the best fans. We out here in the off season upset that we got swept twice in 2 seasons. So yeah, we here. We ain't comfortable. Playoffs still happening. We thinking about our future. Let's calm it down, right? Motion offense. Motion offenses aren't about memorized play. Instead, they rely on offensive players' instincts, game knowledge, intuition, and their ability to apply set principles to the play at hand. Motion offenses are highly adaptable to different types of defense, and unlike set plays, they're flexible, meaning all players on the court might get a shot. One of the most popular examples of a motion offense is the Princeton offense. As the name suggests, it was pioneered at Princeton University. Okay, so it's not necessarily the Princeton office. And again, the Princeton office, the formation is a 2-2-1 where you get 2 in the slot position, 2 on the wings, and 1 on the post. What does that look like for the Brooklyn Nets? Okay, let's slow it down there too, right? Because you know I'm saying 1 is better than 2, but let's look at 2 and see what it do. Right, so you got 2 in slot position. What's the slot positions? I said the elbow, the corner by the elbow is the perimeter. I consider me right. You know, I think that's right. The slot position, the elbow, that's like the same thing. The wing is like not the corner 3, but going towards the corner. You feel me? We all kind of know what the wing is, like over there, but I'm guessing. And low post is the low post, you know, you in the paint. You below the free throw line, or over there by the dotted line, you know what it is. Okay. What we talking about, man? How y'all feeling that? Net NBA news says Nets is looking to trade Mikal Bridges for SGA. Dub. I'm dubbing it. The whole purpose of keeping Cam Johnson and building the core and building the coaches to keep the twins together. They've been teammates in the NBA since Cam Johnson been in the NBA. They're trying to give Cam Johnson a contract. We need to get players that's going to commit here. You see, KD didn't want to commit here. Harden, Kyrie didn't want to commit here. Jarrett Allen wanted to commit here. They sent them packing. Pekaris, same thing, sent them packing. Kenny Atkinson, same thing, sent them packing. We got to know who to commit to, whether that be the coach or the players. This is the whole reason we already gave Mikal Bridges a nickname. We already calling them Brooklyn Bridges. Why are we trading SGA? I'm not jacking it. You won't get they won't get no airplay over here. Shout the NBA news for the NBA news. But that shit don't get no airplay in my rod. We ain't nah. Mikal Brooklyn Bridges is staying with the Brooklyn Nets, and we rolling. So we good. Now, that being said, in both offenses, Mikal Bridges is a good fit if we were to do the motion office or the Princeton office. But I want to see more. Okay. The continuity offense. This is the third option. Put what's in the chat, which y'all like more, what offense y'all like more. Continuity offense. A successful continuity offense requires constant player movement, ball handling, and screen setting. Continuity offense asks for three things to be successful: constant player movement, ball handling, and screen setting. Now you got to be careful in screen setting because flopping, the refs could calling a personal offensive fouls on the screen, whether it's a moving screen or a blocking foul, they're calling that foul. So you got to be careful. You got to have your better defenders. Your better offensive players doing that. And again, it sounds like teammates that have been together for a long time can run a continuity offense. Us being a new offense, we're going to need a lot of practice to get this kind of offense down pat, is what I'm saying. So I continue. So a successful continuity offense requires constant player movement, ball handling, and screen setting. When he's playing point guard, Red Bull athlete Cole Anthony says, "I'll never cheat the work." That philosophy is required to run a successful continuity offense because the goal of this offense is to eventually get the team back to the starting formation, whatever that means. Brockwork says Nets is space and pace. You gotta have to break that down for me. What exactly you mean space and pace? Talk to me, man. Talk to me. I even throw the link in the chat for you, Brody, because I never kicked through with you. So this is just an invite, If you don't want to pull up that, oh, you're busy, that's fine. But I kind of want to, want you to unpack that, and that's his space and pace. I got my own thoughts, but I kind of wanted to hear what you were going to say. I'll continue with the other offices. Again, continuity offense is a successful continuity offense requires constant player movement, ball handling, screen setting. And you think about our team, we got a big team, so yeah, screen setting will work well for us. Continuity offense might go well, especially relying on what the roster is. If you got somebody like DFS, he could be a great screen setter, where a jump shooter could go around him and you see the basket, So that being said, DFS got some qualities to what I'm saying, what the Brooklyn Nets could do too. I'm not fast to trade him. I want to see if we can make it work with DFS, honestly. We got the same number. I got a Brooklyn Nets jersey, big fan Breezy on the back, and I put the number 28 on. And at the time, there was no player on the Brooklyn Nets with the number 28. So I chose that number because of that and other reasons as well. But I'm sure I hope he does well because we have the same number. Even if we got the same number for different reasons, I hope he does well with the Brooklyn Nets. If we decide to keep him, you know what I mean? These players, I think he's on contract too, but we'll see. Let's get to the fourth offense, shuffle offense, right? NBA News says, y'all think y'all can make the playoffs next season? It all depends. I think we made the first right move by getting Jay Hernandez because he's known for being a player development coach, and we got a player like Cam Thomas that we need to develop, and I think we're gonna go big in the draft in this offseason, and whoever we get, it's gonna help with the nastiness and the grittiness to the roster, and we're gonna develop nastiness and grittiness from the draft, and by doing that, Jay Hernandez is going to impact the team a lot. And we're going to have young guys, kind of think of like Oklahoma City Thunder, where you got a lot of young guys running up and down, picking up a fast pace. That's why I wanted to talk to Brockwork to see what he meant, because you know what I mean. I think we need to push the pace. I think we need an offense that don't slow it down, like go faster. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't have the option to have a player like a Dinwiddie that could slow it down or speed it up, but Cam Thomas, who plays at his own speed. But, again, it's multiple ways. And for me to answer that question, it relies on to the question that Brockwork was saying earlier in the chat about what offense we're going to go with. Our offense was stagnant a lot of times. When you think about why we got swept, a large part of it was because we had scoring droughts. The same time Philly had scoring droughts. So, we'll go on a string us. We'll give them a lot of defense, and they won't score the ball for 4 or 5 plays, but we wouldn't either. So it's hard to cut in the lead if you can't score the ball, even if you get stops. So again, a lot. To me, to answer that question, I would say yes, just because of history. We went to the playoffs 5 seasons in a row. So I do feel like we would go to the playoffs 6 seasons in a row. Yes. If you're asking me, I'm going to say yes. I totally feel like we will go to the playoffs next season. Yes. But again, we working towards it now, and they made the next move, their best move. That was a good step forward by getting Jay Hernandez. NBA News says I had Cam Thomas going to the Rockets. Look out for. Yeah, listen, man. For who? To be honest with you, I took the comment down real fast because he's just one of my favorite players. I don't want him to leave, and I know he's going to be successful if he do. And it's proof. And Karis LeVert and Jared Allen and Kenny Atkinson and Bruce Brown, who's in the conference finals, about to go versus the Lakers. And I hope Denver beat them, just because I want to see ABA team winning again. Denver Nuggets is an ABA team. I don't know if y'all knew that. The Denver Nuggets is an ABA team. They from the merger is the Nuggets, the Indiana Pacers, the Nets, and the Spurs. The Spurs is the only one that got a championship from the ABA group that came, the ABA 4, And the Nets is trying to get there, though. We pushing for it. You see the Nuggets is pushing for it, too. The Spurs already got a championship. Y'all know that. Y'all know about Coach Pop and his, what he did with the Spurs. The Nuggets, they like they on the cusp. You know what I'm saying? They close. You know what I mean? The Indiana Pacers, they're really close. I mean, not close, and they're not close at all, actually. And the Nets, we trying to, we a playoff team. I can't say we're a championship contender. I would say the championship contender is the top 4 teams. When you look at the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Miami Heat, and the Celtics. The Celtics were a championship contending team this season. Respectfully, what Miami did last season, you want to, you know what I mean, acknowledge them. But, so yeah, you could say both of those teams, but they probably had Milwaukee in front of Miami, respectfully. But the Lakers, they started off slow, but any team with LeBron on it, you got to respect the fact that they, you should expect them to, compete for a championship, even though they had a real rough start. But like I said, man, if we could have kept KD and Kyrie and added the 4 pieces we got, we'd have been right where they at right now. We would have been there. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So the game come on tonight. I got the Nuggets beating the Lakers, man. I don't. My name is Buck. I don't give a what. You know what I'm saying? Let the Nuggets win it, man. Let the ABA team get some shine. You know what I mean? Like the Nets. Nets trying to come for ours, man. We won ours, man. I'm telling you, we uncomfortable in this offseason, man. Watching these playoffs is like, it's all right. Like, I wish we was in it. I want to be in it. I want to be in it, man. Like, yeah, I'm watching and enjoying it as much as I can as a fan. That team got swept 2 times in the playoffs, man. Playoffs, I'm supposed to be excited. I'm frustrated. I don't like how this feels. You know what I'm saying? When I feel like we ain't compete more enough to win a game. So yeah, I got a whole lot. Pause. Hugh Jazz. Shout out to Hugh Jazz. First time I seen you here, man. Please, man, like, share, comment, subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk basketball, you're more than welcome to talk basketball. Anytime, man. Anytime. Hugh Jazz says, I have a feeling Sean Marks is going to pull a bad trade, a bug trade on the draft night. Woj reported last night that this draft night franchise changing trades are going to happen because the new CBA is going to limit teams. Okay. You said a bug trade? You meant a bad trade? Listen, it can't get no worse than it been, man. I think the worst is over. Y'all don't think and Sean Marks, since he's been here, I think the worst is over. We tried to see what was going to happen with KD and Kyrie. It didn't work, and Harden as well. It didn't work. You know what I mean? And listen, I think we learned our lesson. We learned our lesson. You know. I don't know what they do with the Ben Simmons and Dame Lillard situation, but I know they want to offset that contract, especially with the CBA and everything. You know what I'm saying? With the CBA and everything, it's like, yo, you paying all that bread for this play. He's supposed to be a premium play, but he's not giving you a lot of good playing a good brand. He's not playing any basketball to give you a brand of it. So they want to work that out. And that's the business and the contract side that, what I'm saying, as fans, we don't fancy much, but we understand it. And we'll articulate it. But shit, I want to see basketball players playing basketball. You know what I mean? I don't know if Ben Simmons is 100% healthy. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's too much of a wild card for me to call. I look at it like, what's all the other players that we gonna get on the team? You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no telling what's going to happen, and I don't know what they're going to do on draft night. And what I'm saying, get to the next comment. What I'll say about draft night is, listen, look at SGA. You said SGA and Mikal Bridges. Look at him. What if he never left the Clippers and he was out there with Kawhi Leonard? I mean, you gotta, in my opinion, the guy right now, whoever this guy is, the guy that or whoever's deciding that, who's going to be picking the draft picks. It's not necessarily about, in my opinion, getting guys and then trading them. It's about getting guys and developing them, letting them know, look, we watched you in college. We seen your highlights. We like your game. We feel like what you can do right now will help us win right now. We want to give you the opportunity to play for our franchise. You know what I mean? Letting them know, investing in the player, letting them know you could be a player that could help this franchise win it. This is why Jordan greatness is Jordan greatness, because the Chicago Bulls had 0 championships. And again, the NBA, listen, the NBA darlings on the East was the Celtics. And the NBA darlings on the West was the Lakers, right? So again, it's not for. And what I'm saying is, listen, the Chicago Bulls, the franchise in the NBA, had 0 championships. Now they got Jordan, and now they got championships, 6 of them things, because Jordan and others, but still, he was a draft pick. Is my point. You won a championship from picking a player from the draft. When you think about the Lakers and the Celtics, they won because they got a lot of their talent from the draft. You can't cheat the formula. The formula is building from the draft. And with the new CBA, and I'm going to hammer this home everywhere until y'all hear me, with the new CBA, it makes it that much more relevant and important to build from the draft, because you can get talent without giving them the bag. If they switching the salary cap up and making the money different or whatever, you got to be able to maneuver and have the guy that picking the talent from the drafts to know what he's doing. You need that guy fully paid. Send him a limousine. Make sure he gets there. Make sure he's good. You take care of that guy. If he asks for wine and cheese, you get him wine and cheese. He needs to know what he needs, to give him all the amenities, all of the things that he needs to do to get the draft pick. And once he gets the draft pick, then you gotta let him know, like, yo, I appreciate what you did. We're gonna utilize this player to let him show his skill set. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that when it comes down to player development, they take what the skill set of the player is and fit them in the system or not. Don't always try to force, you know what I'm saying, a shape in another shape or whatever. Like, make sure you make this player commit, because his skill set, we can build around his skill set. He can help us win with our style of basketball, with our brand of basketball. That's what I'm saying. You could do that with Cam Thomas. He a scorer. We could do something with that. If not, what we looking for? Again, building with nastiness and grittiness out the draft. We need to be looking for centers and power forwards. Shout out to Hugh Jazz, man. He caused commotion with this comment, man. NBA News says, look out for a Dame trade too. I hear Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas, Spencer, and a lot of picks. Damn. All of that? Listen, Cam Thomas gonna go somewhere where he gonna get minutes, whether it's the Brooklyn Nets, hopefully it's whether it's the Brooklyn Nets or not. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. I think shit, man. It's hard. It's hard being in these conversations with Cam Thomas getting traded. Like I don't really like. I don't want to speak it into existence. I'm gonna just change the subject. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! Doc Rivers got fired. I ain't surprised, man. I ain't surprised. Break up that process. What I said. Mikal Bridges should have been on the Philadelphia 76ers. His mom's worked for the 76ers. He lived over there, went to school in Villanova, was a champion over there. They said, nah, you can't stay. Sent them to the Phoenix Suns. Huh. Mikal Bridges went to the finals before Joel Embiid. What? What's going on? Has Harden ever been to the finals? What is going on? Stop playing with the Brooklyn Nets. What success are you going to have by trying to play us? Harden? I don't know, man. Listen, I don't know the politics and the business between Harden, KD, and Kyrie. But you know what? I don't care no more. I don't. Why do I care? I'm going to be honest with you. It's like a weight lifted off me. You know, shout out to Kev. I see you. But, you know, when fans, Knicks fans too, when they be like, oh, how the pain that I felt the immediate right away that when it happened, pain. But otherwise, hell no. You think I pain because KD lost? You think I pain because Kyrie lost? You think I pain because of Harden losing? It actually is the opposite. It brings me joy. Listen, it's over with. Mikal Bridges is not getting traded for SGA. Let's just silence that rumor immediately. So go run around and tell all your Nets fans friends or all your fan friends of the NBA. Mikal Bridges ain't getting traded for SGA. Facts. What are we talking about? NBA News said, he said, NBA News said Harden going to the Suns. Wow, Hugh Jazz said, I hope the Knicks trade for Soft and B. Watch that thing crumble. Oh, Cav, you gonna let him talk to you like that, Cav? Oh yeah, I'm on that bullshit on my page. My team got swept twice in a row. I'm on that. I'm on it like that over here. Kev said Harden is never going to win, and neither is KD. I don't give a duck. I don't want to curse. I don't care though, man. I really don't. I don't care if they never win again. Harden they never been to the finals, man. Whole lot. Y'all not gonna just be doing Brooklyn Nets wrong, coming to get the bag. We trying to build a culture. We try to do it around the superstar, and I think that's the wrong direction for the Brooklyn Nets. I'm gonna say it again. I think us trying to build from a trade and a draft pick superstar, we missed with Paul. Well, again, the whole thing with the first thing with which was not Sean Marks, with Paul Pierce and all of them from the Celtics. That was all business. That was just to fill the seats. And how much does that hurt Nets fans? Seeing what Tatum and Brown is doing, you know, is that some bittersweet shit? Do y'all feel like y'all happy that we beat Boston? I can speak for myself. You know, I'd rather Boston win than over Philadelphia because of what Harden did to the Brooklyn Nets. He just ran through, got the bag. He wanted to go to the 76ers in the first place, but I don't think he could go from Houston. And 76ers is supposed to be, you know what I mean, frowned upon or whatever because of the rules or whatnot. But whatever. Case in point is he ain't help us do nothing but get to the second round. He played on an injury. In my opinion, he shouldn't have played. He should have sat down. You know, we didn't want to see you re-aggravate your injury for a game, even if it's a playoff game for one. For two, if Mike James or anybody else that was healthier than you in a playoff game could have contributed more. Sometimes names is just names, man. Sometimes names is just names, and you can make a name in the playoffs, man. Anybody can make a name in the playoffs. Facts. Shit, man, it's a lot going on. Doc Rivers got fired. Okay. So who's gonna be the coach of the Philadelphia 76ers? I don't care, man. Y'all want to talk about it, we can talk about it, but I don't care, man. He said, Kev said, I don't pay no mind to that nonsense because our front office don't. Okay, they not jacking it over there. Okay. Hugh Jazz says true, not the man. Obviously, I talking about something else. Hugh Jazz says the Harden Durant generation doesn't win in chips. The only one winning from that stable is Steph. Okay, I got you. Yeah, man. We kicking the wild dust for Kevin Durant, man. What up? Kev says, stop it. You was hype when y'all had Harden. You also said he would retire and that. I don't. Well, I'll be hoping they be doing that, bro. But I can't be investing in the players once they leave. I'll be hyping them up because they on the team. You know what I mean? But now that they not on the team, realistically, I never wanted Harden here. It took me, and you could watch that vlog too. I when the trade happened, I didn't want it because of the core four and what we was building. The core fours, which I mentioned many times already. Y'all know who the core four is, and then adding KD and Kyrie. I wanted that team. And that's the team I was saying 5 or 10 championships. I really felt confident that we could build from that team. Keeping that core, KD, Kyrie, and DeAndre Jordan was never supposed to take Jared Allen the minutes and definitely not take his starting being in. No, hell no. So it went left because, in my opinion, coaching, So that being said, it's over with, man. I think we got Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Nick Claxton to lean on. Those are the 3 guys that I think the Brooklyn Nets build around for real. And like I said before you pulled up, Jay Hernandez, he's assistant. He was a player development coach, and he worked with Jacques Vaughn and in Orlando. And with us getting Cam Thomas and having these draft picks 21 and 22, I think we get some good draft picks, and Jay Hernandez helped us build and utilize these draft picks. And again, let me be totally clear. Nick Claxton is a draft pick, 2nd round, 31st pick. And you see how significant Nick Claxton was to the Brooklyn Nets in winning and how he impacted winning. So, building from the draft, I think, is a smart thing for the Brooklyn Nets to do going forward. That being said, the last time we had another big man as good as Clax was Jared Allen, and we got him from the draft as well. He was the 22nd pick. He was the 22nd pick. He was round 1, 22nd pick. So case in point is when you think about the draft picks that Sean Marks did, he did all right. He do all right. Yo, what up, Laugh?
Yo, what we talking about?
You talking about draft picks, man. I'm actually glad you pulled up. You know what I'm saying? So we could talk about the potential draft picks. Hold on, let me just get through some of these comments real quick. SRK said we need a superstar, not that. We'll talk about it. Since Israel says, "Up, Breeze, blessings to you and yours. We still here and it's still Brooklyn. All facts. Shout out to you, my guy."
Yo, I already see some shit heating up with us, yo.
Talk to me, man.
Talks, man. Talking about potentially getting Damian Lillard. We linked to Jordan Poole now. We could go a whole lot of different directions, man. We could get Jordan Poole, bro. He really don't want to be a Warrior, bro. Yo.
Yeah, I'm right here. My fault. What you said, bro?
Oh yeah, I said we could get Jordan Poole because he don't really want to be a Warrior no more after that Draymond shit.
Jordan Poole for what? They just gave him the crazy bag though.
We're giving Ben Simmons. Make the contract work.
That's a fact.
And we could throw in another player too, but Yo, I like the way it's looking, man. We looking good, man. We looking fit, man. We gotta see though, man. We gotta see. I see. They brought in a few draft prospects and shit, man. But I don't really like who they brought in, bro. They brought in some weak ass players.
Yeah, nah, I got yo. Look, all right. So, all right. Let me go through my page, bro. Because on my page, I seen a lot of people posted up the draft picks.
The latest one I seen was a mock draft saying that we was gonna grab G.G. Jackson and Jalen Hurts-Shafino, but I think he projected to go 15 through 20. And I think they're gonna grab him in the late 15 to 18.
Okay.
You know, our picks is 21, 22.
Okay. Okay. Before that, I got to the draft picks, I was talking about offices and how we need an offensive coach. But what I wanted to ask you is, before we decide who we get on the draft pick, because like you said, it's up in the air. You got any draft pick you like before we get into the offense? Because I want to read this offense to you, but I don't want to skip the draft talk because I know that's
I told you, man. I like the kid Grant Nelson, man, from North Dakota.
What did he do? What kind of position?
What you mean? What he do? He do everything, bro. 6'11". He could dribble, bring the
What's
ball.
What's his name? Grant what?
Grant Nelson.
Okay.
He could dribble. He could bring the ball up the court. He could do he for a big man. He could do a lot, bro. Like he could shoot the 3 ball. His drive to the rim is crazy.
Okay.
His touch around the rim is crazy.
Hold on. It's some valid shit you talk about because I'm looking at his field goal percentage. His first year he a junior right now. So if he come out in the draft, he's coming out as a junior. Yeah. He averaged 17 about 18, 17.9.
Mm-hmm. He could score that shit.
Yeah. And it jumped. Bro,
that's what I'm trying to tell you. He get better. And his defense,
the first season he averaged
top. His defense is Gucci too, bro. Like, you feel me? And then he a big body to throw out there, you know, behind Clax, bro. He weigh like 240, 250 something, I think.
Yeah, no, his stats is impressive. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, 20 and 22 in the summer league, Lord, that's nice. I mean, 23 and 11. Then what was his numbers in college? He averaged 17 and 9 in college.
In college, bro.
I'm impressed, bro. That's like 18 and 9 and almost 18 and 10, bro. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's just one scout. You know, I told you about Kobe Buffkin at the guard. The kid from Michigan. He's 6'4". He got a nice little handle. He could shoot the 3. He got a nice little floater. He could drive. But the only thing about him, he got to work on his finishing around the rim a little better. And
but what about playmaking though?
Oh yeah, he's a good playmaker too. Oh, Grant Nelson is another. He's a good playmaker too for a big out the post.
You keep talking about Grant Nelson, man. I kind of like that ring to it. Sound like he should play for the. I mean, maybe he should be on this team, man.
I'm telling you, bro. If I
see you, Barry. Oh my gosh, there go Barry. Yo, Barry, hit the link. Yo, I was watching y'all thread about KD. Oh, yo, y'all had me crying, bro. Yo, I was crying.
Yeah,
like, y'all funny as hell, man.
I be fucking with Barry, bro. That's bro, but you know,
this the stats right here to Grant Nelson, bro.
Let me see. Yo, he's tough, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
6'11", 235, 17 and 9. What? Wow. So that means we would have he could help us space the floor different because he could score the ball. He a big that could put the ball on the floor. Yeah, we need this guy, man. Shout to Lav. Yo, Lav know his shit, man.
Yeah.
Nah, shout to my guy Lav, man.
Yeah.
Nah, go ahead, talk your shit, Lav, man. Tell how you know about Grant Nelson, man. Like, talk to me.
I be watching, bro. I be watching. I be looking up I told you I be into that shit, man. Watching college, and you know,
that's a D1
players and shit. Huh?
That's a D1 school he in?
Nah, I think D2.
Okay.
Yeah, he in the.
Yeah, we could develop him though.
That's what I'm saying. He went to a smaller school and he put up crazy numbers. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
against the bigger teams. Because remember, like, nobody really be going to the smaller schools. You feel me? They all be going to the D1 teams and shit. You feel me? Like, so for
but you
him
don't
to put
always
up,
get an opportunity at those D1 schools.
no, true. But I'm saying you got to think about all the players that they be packed with talent, bro. And he averaged that going against like all these good ass players in the region. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
That
no, I
says
hear
something,
you.
bro. You feel me? I don't really like the kid who we worked out, Janai Broom.
Oh,
I think Grant Nelson is a way better fit, like, for
okay.
what we looking for. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. If you actually watch his highlights, I don't really think you took the time to watch his highlights, bro.
Nah, bro. I ain't know about him until you spoke about him, bro.
I've been telling you about him for a minute.
Grant Nelson, bro. These numbers are
Put the
impressive.
highlight. Matter of fact, put the highlights up.
6'11". All right, I got you. 6'11". He could. I mean, yeah, man. We need a big that could do that. And I was trying to say that Dayron Sharp could do it, but I think Dayron Sharp is a
Oh yeah,
good.
we link to Kaminga too, man.
Yeah. Oh, we get Kaminga. It's all.
I'd
It's
rather get Kaminga over Jordan Poole. I feel like we can get him for cheaper and he more versatile, like, as a wing.
yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I want Kaminga on the team too.
But if we could trade for Kaminga and draft the Grant Nelson kid with a solid other point guard, we straight, man. Or we could fucking, it's another kid named Jalen. I've been saying him, Jalen Hood-Schifino. He projected to go, like I told you, 15 to 18. But if we trade two of our picks and we can move up, you get what I'm saying, and grab him, and he could possibly be a future star point guard. Like, you feel me?
Yo, they say he a playmaking big when I looked at his highlights. He's a playmaking big.
Nelson, tough catch to the finish. Feed it here.
Oh,
Nelson
word?
glides and scores. Quick timeout.
Oh, shit.
Unselfish. He almost
it's
doesn't
like
look
that?
to score when the opportunities are right in front of him. As Nelson
kick out all by himself.
He leaning on him. Big body. Give me that. Ah!
There is Nelson. 8 on their last 8 field
Oh,
goals.
word? The spin and the cross?
Grant Nelson. Will
NDSU, they do a good job of getting it
and they
from one side to the
smacking
other.
teams.
All of a sudden, that help defense is
Look
not
at the
there.
score.
It's what earns him in the minutes at 6'4".
Oh, my goodness. I seen KD do that to somebody.
Nelson
on the Wizards.
kicks it over. Nelson.
Oh, my goodness. Nah, he's nice.
By North Dakota State.
8-0 run for the Bison to start the second half. Nelson for 3 is good.
Wow.
Nelson, the ball fake there. Beats it. How about that look to Morgan?
Yeah, I don't know what last went, but Grant Nelson, yeah, he needs to be on this team. Yo, we gotta send this to the Brooklyn Nets, man. Y'all gotta draft him.
He can really score the basketball.
This
Nelson
guy.
driving, double team, shovels it off underneath, and a dunk on the right.
Nah, get that shit out of here.
Fire.
Yo. Oh, good defense. Good rebound.
Zach Clemens with a rebound for Kansas.
Slap.
Turnovers here for the Bison.
Oh, no, we need this guy on the team, man. Good defense. All over
Nelson contagious after a while. A quick 5 for the Bison.
All
Williams.
No, get that out.
Williams comes up with a
Look,
steal.
he don't give up on the play. Williams. You don't give up on the play.
Wings.
I like that.
Williams. Williams. Nelson. A shot here. Will with a 3. Short with that. Rebound to Miller. Down to 6 seconds. Miller.
Yeah, nah, we need this guy on the team.
Podcast called Hotel Eggs and Bus Drivers: The Journey of Mid-Major Basketball, with all the time they spent on the road. But he said that during
missed their last 4 shots.
Shout the line.
Prior to that Omot make. Nelson. How about that?
We need this guy on the team.
2:15 remaining first half. Nelson open. Short with.
Yeah, I'm convinced, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to my guy Lab, man. That's fire. Yo, man, Barry, you funny as hell. I don't know if he is or he not, man. It's hard to say. Man. But if we get Kuminga, that's a good look. That's a good look. That's a good look. But I don't want Jordan Poole, man. I'd rather give Cam Thomas minutes and get Jordan Poole. Excuse me, but let's get back to these different offenses. Because we still don't know what set we gonna run for the what set Brooklyn Nets gonna run. I want to see them in that motion offense. But the Princeton offense, not really. That's like Harden was running the offense. Slowed the pace down, real structured, something like that. The shuffle offense. Let's see. A shuffle offense also relies on fast-moving players who can stay in constant motion. The offense roles are interchangeable depending on what's happening on the court. This offensive style opens up a range of options for the players while forcing the defense to react to a number of maneuvers. However, because of a shuffle offense is what's known as a pattern offense, it's easy for the opposition to see what's coming and stay one step ahead. We don't need this offense. This offense will not help the Brooklyn Nets. I've seen us running this offense, as a matter of fact. They knew what was coming. Spencer Dinwiddie, Royce O'Neal pick, or Mikal Bridges off of the corner. It wasn't no motion offense. It was ISO ball sometime, and I wasn't really feeling that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really feeling that. Yo, my guy Leaf in the building. Yo, Leaf.
Yo, my fault, bro.
Shout to Lav. Yo, Lav meet Leaf. Leaf meet Lav.
Live, what's good? Brooklyn fan band, what's good with all of them?
Nets fans is the best fans, man. I'm over here reading different offices, but your boy laughed before he left and just pulled back up. He was talking about Grant Nelson. I looked at his highlights. This dude, nice. What? Playmaking big, 6'11", 2. Bro, you don't gotta convince me. Yeah, I watched the highlights. I was hyping it up. Y'all thought you was there. I was like, yo, Lav, this dude nice. Yo,
Grant Nelson, right?
Grant Nelson.
I heard about kid, man.
Yeah, he nice.
Somebody had put me on something like a couple of days ago. I don't actually remember like college, all that what he went to, but yeah.
He went to North Dakota.
Right. North Dakota. What's today's math? Breeze, man.
Whoever grab him though is gonna be.
I was talking about Jay Hernandez. Everybody say he a bad look. I went and found out what he did. Jay Hernandez, he is known for his player development skills. Case in point, Cam Thomas and this current draft class with this 21st and 22nd pick. I want to see what they're going to do. And they hear Jacques Vaughn saying he wants nastiness and grittiness. And I was saying we could get nastiness and grittiness out of the draft. You draft them that way, you tell them that's what the culture is, and you're going to get that from said players, which is significant because of the CBA, the way they playing it out. You can't be building these super teams. So the draft class becomes that much more important because you can build build players by you know what I'm saying, work developing their skill set. So you know what I'm saying, sharpening it or giving them a bigger bag or both, and then focus on basketball and that player development part because of the CBA and how it impacts contracts. So now teams and not going to be able. I would say it takes power away. Well, not power away from the GM, but it gives more power to the draft and less to the free agency. In my point, into my perspective.
No, not necessarily though. Not necessarily, because a team like us, we good for the new CBA. You feel me? We got Mikal Bridges on the what $90 million deal. He locked up for the next 3 years. Then we about to we could re-sign Cam Thomas a $100 million deal. Like, you feel me? So that's good. We just got to get rid of Ben Simmons' contract. If we could get rid of Ben Simmons' contract, we could still build this team and compete. Like, you feel me? We could still go get Damian Lillard. We could go get, like, we could do shit. Like, you feel me? We just gotta move that contract.
Yeah, that's it, and that's the big elephant in the room right now, live. But like, you feel like because we can't find. I don't think we can find.
Yo, where is that? Yeah.
No. Yeah. What's that? The phone?
Nah, that's the chair. My fault. I was moving the chair.
All right. God damn.
I thought this nigga had milk and Chipotle.
Yeah, I was like, God damn. I'm like, yo, he got to be jizzled.
I tried to hold it down in the beginning, like I'm gonna just talk over it, like, hey, but
I did. So, but
bro, you a fool.
I respect it. Like, bro. I've been on the elevator, let it slide one time or whatever. Like, I ain't nobody perfect.
Bro, it's like 90 degrees in the wet, bro. It's hot, bro. I'm trying to move this seat. Every time I move this shit, You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the sound it make.
You gotta just leave that. Yeah, you gotta just leave that shit be right now. But not laugh. You like, that's the biggest elephant in the room. The Ben Simmons contract.
Yo, Lab, when he talking, please just put it on silent, man.
Put that on silent. Yeah, but the Ben Simmons contract, bro, is the biggest elephant in the room. Obviously, we got to get a team silly enough to take that deal. You feel me? Like, it's not going to really. It's going to be a challenge. The only thing I ever heard about the Ben Simmons thing was Ben Simmons for John Collins. And I don't even know. I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, we come into the next season with our roster, and Ben Simmons is still the best passer and best playmaker on our roster. We got a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I told you that millions of times. Now, as far as everything you was talking about, I'd have just do more homework on that with the Grant Nelson situation and with the staff, the new staff bringing in.
Yeah, but I don't want to. That's because Lav, he was talking about the drafts, and I was more asking him a question. But the direction I was going, I kept it with coaching. So what I did was, somebody in the chat was like, "Yo, we need a offense. You know what I'm saying? We need a coach that's going to bring an offense." And I went and I looked at the best offense, the 6 best offenses, and I'm reading them. And now that you're here, you can help me with it. You feel me? Nets fans is the best fans. This one is the 5th one. It's the Will offense. The Will offense is another example of continuity offense. It's designed to combat man-to-man and zone defenses. Like the name implies, the players move in a constant circular motion. Will offenses are adaptable offenses with interchangeable positions, so you don't have to rely on particular players. That being said, it works best when the team is made up of strong shooters, cutters, and confident ball handlers. So, in my opinion, this describes what kind of players you need to run this offense. Like, you don't just want to run this offense with, any players. Like, you want to run this offense with these kind of players, cutters that's cutting to the basket. Some of you guys will handle, you know what I'm saying? You think about your favorite ball handlers, pause.
Well, we don't got ball handlers, bro. That's why we try and get a guard to run the offense. You feel me? Because Dinwiddie is he's not a ball handler. Like, he can't run the offense.
All right, so Will offense wouldn't be one of your favorites, but hold on, there's more to the Will offense. One of the most common setups of a Will offense is a 1-3-1 formation. We all know what that look like, right? Yeah. Where we got the point guard at the top, right? You got somebody like by the key, so the point guard is at the top of the 3. Then you got like the power forward by like the key over there by the foul line. Then you got 2 shooters on the elbow, and you got somebody in the low post under the free throw line, right? That's the formation. That's a 1-3-1 in the Will offense.
Right.
So it says the point guard passes the ball to the shooting guard on the wing. The center moves toward the weak side of the paint, while the power forward. So again, the weak side of the paint is away from the ball, while the power forward takes up the low post position. That's the strong side of the ball, the low post position, with the power forward go there, and the center will go in where the weak side. The small forward tries to shoot from the foul line. So okay, shit. That's good for us. Because Mikal Bridges loved that midi because if he could be the small forward, I don't want Mikal Bridges to play the 3. I mean the 2. I want Mikal Bridges at the 3. How y'all feel about that? About Mikal Bridges at the 2 or 3? Which
well, you already knew what my initial plan was, man. Listen, the one thing we need to address is an up-tempo downhill point guard. Dinwiddie, I don't want to see Dinwiddie with the ball in his hands. I barely want to see Dinwiddie on the squad, realistically.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Cam Thomas at the 3, Cam Thomas at the 2, Mikal at the 3. Now you got 2 different scoring threats if you got a point guard, and if you running a wheel offense, which you was just talking about, the way you described it, that shit is perfect to me.
Okay.
Because now you got 2 threats to deal with in terms of mid-range shooters. But still you're gonna need somebody that could get downhill, put some pressure on in the paint, and a point guard that I'm thinking of is more of a Russell Westbrook type of style point guard. You know what I'm saying? So because
you talk about an explosive point guard that can
find So somebody that's
the threes on the corners, the corner 3, the wing 3.
Yeah, somebody's just gonna get up the court, facilitate, but still gonna attack mostly downhill. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like an early Westbrook type of point guard. You know what I'm saying? So
my thing is who's the closest thing to that? Because I don't really see that in the this year draft. Ain't no player like some of the Westbrook style.
I really don't. I can't see nobody like that neither. That's more of like probably Scoot Henderson, if anything.
Oh Scoot.
Yeah, Scoot. Yeah, probably Scoot Henderson. And
they said he a lottery pick though, right? He talking.
Yeah. Scoot Henderson is most likely number 2.
He the 2.
He most likely going number 2 in this draft. But I think that going forward, we need to just find somebody. We need to just find somebody that's like, if we can find somebody low budget like that's on that attacking type of style and that downhill type of style, and that get to the paint, or get the contact grit type of style. However we find them, man, like that'll be great for us, man, because that'll more describe our identity in terms of like a Brooklyn style identity, man, because we known for going to the basket anyway. We ain't known for shooting and shit. So that's more that'll solve that issue right there now.
All right, I read only 2 of the offenses. You like the Will offense. Okay, so I'm gonna hold you to this too, because you know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted to kick it with y'all. Again, like I said, I seen you on Player's Choice 8 out. And I don't know if you watched it after you left, but he was like, yo, I select these groups because I want to do it this way. I don't do it first come, first serve. He was like, yo, I did that intentionally. And I was hoping he did that. Anytime I see you on Player's Choice, Leaf, I'll definitely be trying to link with you. But because, you know what I'm saying, we could talk Nets basketball together. They talk a lot of other stuff, but
I tried to keep that on your page, man. Like I don't like.
I'll be asking chill Mad Nets questions.
Yeah. You be asking the Mad Nets questions, bro. And I ain't gonna lie. I be getting something like, yo, I be want to say, I'm like, yo, Breeze, man, we got to keep that to when they ain't. That's the thing. They ain't messing with us. They ain't messing with our team, bro. Like they think our team done blew the dope. Bro. You should hear him, bro. I was like, yo. I know you listen, and that's the thing. That's why I stopped getting on Open Gym, because I got tore up. I'm like, I got jumped over there. Yo, y'all messed up two super team squads. Your GMs, bro, like they ain't doing what they supposed to do. This, that, the third. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep that shit to Nets family. That's
what it is with Chill is that I can only, for the most part, have ABA conversations with him. There's a lot of content creators that talk basketball, but very few know the ABA NBA merge. I can have that conversation with Chill, so that's why I love the show. But Yeah, to bring it up to speed. Okay, so Lab. Okay, Leaf like the Will offense. Any offense that I read yet that you want to stick with, Lab, or you want me to keep
You only
going?
said one offense. The
You
Will.
said the Will. Yeah, the Will.
All right, so I'm gonna bring it
The
back.
Will was cool though. I thought about the Will because when you
Yeah.
said, you gotta have cutters, slashers, shooters, rebounders,
Yeah.
all that. We got all that. You feel me?
But
We
they
got
say you
Nick
gotta have
Claxton.
We need a
some
guard.
supreme
That's
ball
that. We need
handlers.
Yeah,
somebody
but that's
that's
what I'm
going
saying.
to
You
fish
can't
and
run that
knife
offense
into the
without a
defense.
guard.
Yeah. Right.
You do need a guard though. So
all right, so
I mean,
so I'm kind of asking a question with the roster that we have currently because we don't know what's going to happen. You feel me? Like, what's best for if the roster don't change right now?
If it don't change, the best thing we do is just tank.
Oh man,
And we tanking for next year, man. Listen, man. Look. I put it to you this way: the roster needs to change. And now, as far as the contracts, the Cam Johnson, the Nick Claxton, contracts or whatever, we got bread to throw. As Lav mentioned, man, the new CBA is definitely built for us because we could build a team. That the team that we got constructed as of right now, we could build that team and continue it forward and make our core three and build everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So everything is just going. Everything should really fall in place if we pull this shit off right. Everything got to be all the pieces pulling right. Everything connect right.
Everything this shit everything got to go right for this shit to be like
yes.
that. I mean,
yes.
Everything got to go right. Not one thing could go wrong because it could cripple us. You feel me?
Absolutely.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why we here, man. Look, it's still playoff time, but we talking like it's the off season.
Man, the playoffs is over as far as we concerned, man.
Right.
Listen, I ain't gonna do that to ourselves. Listen, the draft lottery. If I'm not mistaken, the draft lottery is tonight. We're gonna see what all the picks and everything we're gonna get. And
you doing something on your page tonight for the draft lottery?
I'm thinking about it, man. Like I ain't really doing nothing else. If I don't get lazy, I had a couple of things I wanted to do. I wanted to do, for anybody that was in the Discord on a PC Discord. I wanted to ask the question how would you market the league? How would you market the NBA? Because a lot of people was having issues of how it's being marketed in the last couple of years. As opposed to like how the ratings was going in the playoffs and how the ratings was going in the regular season. The NBA finals ratings is always up, but the thing is the rest of the ratings outside of that in the NBA has really plummeted over the years, and a lot of people don't think that the NBA
because nobody watch regular season basketball.
Exactly, but
it ain't fun, bro. It's not fun no more.
Right, and then here's the real problem that they having. Once the playoffs are getting like in certain games, now those ratings are starting to plummet too because now people starting to think it's repetition. You know what I'm saying? Because
it like, is, bro. It is.
Yeah. So my thing is like how would you market the league all around with like
the way they doing it right now? Because the way they doing it right now, bro, you feel me? It's different teams winning chips every year now. You get what I'm saying? You got to switch it up. You got to throw different players in the pot. Like, you feel me? You can't just keep building super teams and going on stretches. Like they did the LeBron thing already. That's the generational talent thing that come every once in a while. You get what I'm saying?
Talk heavy. I hear you, bro. But this, to add to that, what I will say is the in-game tournament, I'm not for it. The play-in tournament, I do like it. I think teams are a little more competitive because of it. And what I will say is the one thing that again, and this is not no pun or sub, I know how sensitive things that people could be, but I do think that the referees should be held more accountable or put in a certain light, whether they're good or bad, the same way that players have MVP. Where's the MVP ref? The guy that didn't miss a call, the scene, everything that happened. The playback was beautiful. The challenge, he didn't even need to make a challenge because they called it right the first time. Award those guys. Award the best guys, that's refs, and the worst guys, send them to the G League. You know, if they're going to change something, change that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we probably get better officiating that way, but that's just me, man. If they're gonna market it better, the refs can be better. That's how I look at it. But maybe I'm just, I don't know, just trying to simplify it. But that, I think a lot of basketball is good. I like what I see. I just, again, I want teams to be different in styles of play. I don't want every team to be you won the game because you were the best 3-point shooting team. No,
right.
You could be the best 3-point shooting team, but it's like boxing. My style could beat your style.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want every team to have the same style of basketball. I want every team to have their own style of basketball.
Right. A team that could be
own culture that they're building. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. And now, in terms of my marketing plan, what it look like? Listen, you got to go back to tradition. This whole playing nonsense and Team LeBron versus Team Steph in the All-Star game, and these new wave of rules that basically handcuffed one side of the ball and then like the offensive side of the ball is much more amped up. That's kind of crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the game was the game when you're like when those styles, different style, like you said, just for different styles and different fights. You know what I'm saying? Like different styles, different games. Mm-hmm. Like one team would like to go more inside and play on a low box and inside out. You know what I'm saying? Like if the shooter's open, then they throw it out. But they like to play inside out. One team like to play more screen and more perimeter oriented. You know what I'm saying? So like the thing is, if those styles clash, if the rules were as traditional as they were saying like the 2000s and the late 90s and whatever, now you start to put those 3-point shooting teams at basically a perfection type of thing. Mm-hmm. Now they start to look a little different because like think of like the Suns when they had Steve Nash and they was up and down the court 7 seconds and they had that fast offense. You know what I'm saying? Think about the Nets when they had J. Kidd and everything ran through him and everything was fast. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't have no half court set, so they had to run more breaks. Right. They had to run more action. They had to run more speed off the ball and everything. They had to run more drive and kick. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. Think about all of those teams. Those teams that they played today, they be averaging 120 some points, 120 some plus points because they ran that back then when teams wasn't getting up and down the court.
So hold on, let's just to what you said. You missed the Kenny Andersons, the Marburys.
Kenny A's, Steph's.
You want I got you.
I'm talking about the peak of the peak type players. But when we talk about Jason Kidd and the Nets, we know what they did. We know their resume. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about Steve Nash and the Suns, we know his resume.
Right, but but again, I'm not talking about more of the players. I'm talking more about the style of play, the basketball part, the pace of the game.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like you said, and this is part of the reason why you always say that we need a Westbrook type of player. And, when I look back and I think about what you said, I definitely did not want to give Westbrook the bag. And I do like Westbrook on the Clippers, but I do get your point about pushing the pace. And Westbrook is definitely a player that's going to push the pace. He's going to come out. He's going to play hard. Shit, might get you a rebound in the last few seconds, you know what I'm saying, in the putback. You know what I mean? Or something like that, just because he play hard. We definitely want to. I think we get some of that out of Claxton. We get some of that out of Mikal Bridges and Cam, Twin. I think these players, they got some of that grit, some of that, you know what I'm saying? I want to win here basketball, you know what I'm saying? And, you got to love Westbrook for that. Anywhere he go, he play like they drafted him or something, you know what I mean? Like, he played with his heart, you know what I mean? So I respect it, you know what I mean? For real.
And I think you,
I think you kicking me out.
And I think Russ is a rarity because he's a guy at the point guard position, bro, that lives off of hustle and motor. You know what I'm saying? Like with a lot of spots in the game where you could get keep a play alive, offensive rebound and crash, man, and being athletic on the boards. That's a lot of things. You don't get that from no point guard position all the time. You don't get that from that position. You know what I'm saying? So if you could get that from that position, then he could go in the trenches and battle on the boards while everybody is kind of spaced out because of the way they spread the floor today, and you got to space out for more rebounding and not get up too close, and it's more long rebounds and shit like that. So now you need those type of speedy players to attack the boards and be fast. And as soon as they attack the boards, now we out off to the races. We in
Yeah, yeah,
transition.
yo. I wanna ask both of y'all. So I gotta dip soon, but I wanna ask. I'm gonna start with Lav first, and then Leaf. Then I'll go last. Right. What does the right now, as of right now, what does the roster look like if you could assemble it in to start the season?
The roster to me, if I could come into the season, I don't really have like a set point guard, but that point guard spot is vacant. It's Cam Thomas at the 2, Mikal at the 3, Nick Claxton at the 5, and if we resign Cam Johnson at the 4. We're trying to run more, but the point guard position is the most important in terms of speed and fast. I'm still on the same page with you with the bigs. We talked about Naz Reid, we talked about Mark Williams, we talked about Jalen Duran. I think Jalen Duran and Mark Williams might be like a stretch. Naz Reid might be good money goal for the future. In terms of like bigs that is similar to the Mark Williams and the Jalen Duran, I don't know, but I think as the further we go on into these weeks of the off season and in the draft, I think the more and more I'm gonna find out. So yeah, we gonna figure that shit out real soon. But I'm gonna salute up out of here, man. The Brooklyn fan band, bro. Like I'm gonna catch you on the flip side, and we gonna chop it up more later, man. Laugh, man. Shit, y'all be easy, man.
All right, all facts, man. Yo, Lav, man. I'm asking you to shout the Leaf, man. That phase is the best phase. What you got on this, Lav? Nah, for real, man. I want to know, like, what the season start. What we look like? What the starting 5 look like? Only the starting 5, though.
The starting 5.
Yeah.
You talking about me and if I'm the GM?
Yeah. Like you hire you there, you the consultant or something. Know what I mean, even if you ain't the GM, you the consultant. I'm saying they got to consult with Lab about how that's going to look at the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, man, bro, this shit kind of it's hard, but I got a few different ways though. You feel me? I got ways we could go through the draft, and then got ways we could do through trades and shit. Because if we gonna go trade, try to win now, we could trade. Because I seen Cam Thomas already unfollow the Nets, so
yeah, I heard.
It's looking like he about to be in the package. So like I'm thinking Cam Thomas, Ben Simmons, a first and maybe 2 seconds to Portland for Damian Lillard. We bring in Dame. You feel me? We re-sign Cam Johnson, so we start the season. And then I feel like we should sign another big. So Naz Reid, you feel me? I would sign Naz Reid. I would give him a little contract. You feel me? Maybe like $10 million a year. You feel me?
Okay.
So
you got a better starting lineup though.
Yeah. So the starting lineup for me would have to be Damian Lillard. That's if we're going through the trades. Damian Lillard, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Naz Reid, and Nicholas Claxton. That would be that's to contend. That's to contend now. You know what I'm saying? And be a tough playoff team.
That's hard. Oh, with that. That's hard. I like that.
I appreciate that. And if we going through the draft, scratch everything I just said, and I would trade the 2 picks we have to move up, grab Jalen Hood-Schifino. I like him as a guard, man. Either him or Keontae George at the 1 for our starting point guard. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then see if we could package Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris for another pick and draft the Grant Nelson kid. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we could have some extra depth off the bench. You know what I mean?
I do. I feel you, bro. I'm just okay. So you got, first off, I like your starting 5. That starting 5 is fire. All right, so this is what I'll do, and then I gotta get ready. Shout the Lab though, man. That starting 5 is fire. Shout the Leaf starting 5 too. That's I'm feeling that. I don't know which way we go forward, but what I would do is I would keep Cam Thomas, but he did unfollow the Nets. So I can't. That shit is I can't be naive. I see that. I'm not blind. That means he probably ain't gonna be here. So I don't even know if I could put Cam Thomas in the starting five. Shit. Oh man, that changes everything. But if it's up to me, but that's because the hypothetical, I'm keeping Cam Thomas. Keeping Cam Thomas at 2. I got Mikal Bridges at 3. I got Cam Johnson at 4. I got Nick Claxton at 5. And I got Tyus Jones at the point guard. I don't know how we get him from the Memphis Grizzlies, but I got Tyus Jones.
It's crazy. Jones. We really about to lose Cam Thomas, bro.
Like, I know that's crazy.
Yo, man. He gone, bro. Whichever way you want to sign it up, chalk it, he out of here, bro. Because at the end of the day, we gotta extend him, and he don't want to be here. You get what I'm saying? Right. He didn't hint it so many times. He don't want to be here, bro. We had him for what 3 seasons already, and did nothing with him. He don't want to be here.
Yeah.
He want to go somewhere where he gonna get playing time. So I'm not mad at the kid, bro. He don't follow the net. And I feel like even if they offer him a contract, he's not going to sign it because he don't want to be here.
Yeah, no, I understand. Trust me, I can't even debate that. It just hurt to not debate it because I agree with you. You know what I mean? I feel like he's a talent, and we could have got a lot more out this second year based on what he did in his rookie season, and we didn't. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to try to go through that another season. He's going to definitely try to find a situation where he could get those minutes, man. I think he deserves to get 25 to 30 minutes a game. I think he should start. So,
we could have definitely gave him that head, man. He could have definitely been a 6-man for us if we would have developed him. This organization didn't know about development. They didn't know how to develop players, bro. You feel me? Because there's no way Maxey is a 2-year player and he turned out to be what he turned out to be. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he really impacted his squad. And Cam Thomas is way better than Maxey. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
man.
I'm talking about offensively. He got way more of a bag. Turn around.
I think
his offensive bag is way deeper than Maxey, bro. And
it's just they don't give him opportunities, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he didn't have the same opportunity. So
nah, he didn't. That shit
going. You feel me?
Yeah, that shit. That I ain't gonna lie, as a Nets fan, it kind of hurt to see the Nets don't, you know what I mean, put energy into him. But again, I think they fixed it by getting Jay Hernandez. That's the first thing they did. Everybody said, "Who is this guy?" And when I went and I checked through, they say he was known.
I'm skeptical about bro. I don't really know
but that me too. I mean, I just looking at him. I went and checked to see what he did. They say he's known for his player development skills. And as a young player on that roster, Orlando Magic, he had Nikola Vucevic. He had Tobias Harris, and there was a few other young players that he had that still play well, now. And I'm saying that to say when he was on the team with them, they just got to the league. He was developing those 2 players and probably a few others. But yeah, man, I'm not. Oh yeah. So again, another thing I wanted to talk to you specifically about is Keegan Murray brother, Chris Keegan.
Nah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't really like his fit with us.
You don't like dude?
Nah, cause he undersized. Where we gonna play him at the 4? He's 6'8", bro.
6. That's what I'm saying. He a big body. He could play
the 3. He undersized cause he played a 4, bro.
Okay.
So he can't play the 4 against, and then he don't got muscle on him, so it's like he can't really play with the 4s in this NBA in the NBA.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So again, what's his name? Glenn. What did you say his name was?
Who?
The dude, the playmaker big from.
Grant Nelson.
Grant Nelson. Yo, gotta put him on the team, man. Have to.
But I don't know where he projected to go at though, man. That's the thing, because he entered the transfer portal this season just in case he don't get drafted. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. But I ain't gonna lie, I like your starting 5. That's fire. You got Clax, Renaz Reed, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and Dame Lillard. You said that's crazy.
That's crazy. And then I was watching some Cam Johnson highlights yesterday. I'm like, yo, bro, like, son is really, he's nice, bro. Like, we really gotta keep Cam Johnson, bro. Like, I'm really watching his highlights. Like, Son scoring 22 in a quarter. I'm like, nah, Son is really nice. Like, the thing about it, bro, a lot of these players that we got is nice, bro, but they just ain't been in the right opportunity. You feel me? So that's why you seen what Cam Johnson did, Mikal Bridges did, because they came to a right opportunity, the right moment. You feel me? They got the right opportunity. You feel me?
Yeah, nah, for sure. And again, hopefully, you know, we could give them the right opportunity and let them develop their career here. That's one thing that I feel like the front office owe the Nets fans. Y'all always a player that trying to build around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
another thing I wanted to tell you, right? My fault, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off because before I slipped my thoughts, I was thinking about, because you know how San Antonio, Houston, and I think Charlotte got a 14% chance to get the first overall pick. So if Houston get the first overall pick and they select Victor Wembanyama, they might look to move on from Sengun. And Sengun, I wouldn't mind getting broke because he's a baby Jokic.
No, I'm with you. I like that.
I wouldn't mind getting him. You feel me?
I'm with you. And again, in your spare time, click that. Click what you just said. Post that to the page. That's fire. I like that. I'm gonna clip it, but you know what I'm saying? That's fire, bro. I like
6'11", 240.
I like that.
Play just like Jokic, bro. He's more athletic than Jokic, bro. That'd be nice.
Nah,
they was already talking about trading him last season. I don't know what for, but shit, if we could finesse him some way somehow and get bro.
Yeah, that's not a finesse. That's good business. I like that. We're gonna push that. The Nets fans is the best fans. That's what I mean. Y'all pull up, y'all gonna hear fans that care about the Nets winning and how we could assemble it happening. What Lav said, all stream been fire. Pay attention, y'all. It don't just be me, man. We out here, man. Listen, man. Click that, man. Shout to Lav. I'm about to play and win, man. Shout to the Nets fans. We the best fans. Y'all know what's up. I appreciate y'all, man. It's love. Y'all know that. Peace.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Big fan preview with the Brooklyn Nets vlog.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-T-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N